20.
Welcome back to episode 5. It's 6:15. Civil twilight is at 6:21. You can see the sun just peeking up behind me there. We're going to wait a little bit longer to make sure we can see any power lines or anything that are around the sports field. Plan today is to make it to Mucka. No, it's not. It's planned to make it much further, but the first stop is Mucka, 70k, and then we'll just see what the weather is going to let us do. Hopefully, it's a really good day. There's a lot of dew on the ground, and that implies it could be very thermic. So although the winds are forecast to be low, it could be quite a rough ride. So we'll see how we get on, but let's get on with it.
Absolutely love this area for sunrise and sunset. It's always so orange, so illuminated. I think it's because the land's so flat. It's beautiful. Smash 70k in an hour. We are at Muckingbudden, but we're not staying here long. I'm awake now, even though I haven't had my coffee yet, but we're fueled up. We're just putting the oil in now. Next stop is Southern Cross. That's 110k, and hopefully we'll make that in an hour and a half. Hopefully the wind doesn't change either, because this has potential to be a very big day. Let's go. Okay, so that was a quick turnaround. Time is 8:37. We're doing 60k an hour, and we are 103 kilometers from Southern Cross. We've got another uncontrolled airspace there, so we need to make some transmissions when we're getting close, but we are making good time. I have not had my morning coffee, and neither have I had any breakfast. And if you know me, you know that that's not a good sign. I'm gonna get hangry very soon.
More incredible scenery on the way to Southern Cross, absolutely beautiful. We landed at the sports field, no problem. Trying to push my power motor one-handed here. Just heading back to the sports field now, and then next stop is an airfield where we've got a fuel dump. So that should be a quick turnaround. And then on the way to Coolgardie. It's going well so far.
Okay, so we're back at the field, just double checking everything, coolant, sparks, things like that, and found that my prop hub was loose, so the prop was wobbling quite a bit. I think nothing was wrong with it. There's Loctite on there, it was tight before. I think just because of the 2-blade prop and the weight of the prop with everything surrounding the cage, all my camping stuff, is creating quite a harmonic effect, a thud as I'm flying. Sounds like a helicopter. And that's just causing a bit of flex in there, so definitely something to keep an eye on. I don't want to be losing the prop.
We've had an excellent morning, but it's a bit too gusty now. 6 to 16 miles an hour here at the Goldfield airfield, this abandoned airfield basically. And it's meant to be the same in Coolgardie, which is another 70k away. So we're gonna wait out here for a little bit for it to die down, get some lunch. We've done 280 kilometers and it's 1 o'clock. So we've got a bit of time yet, and never know, maybe even get 500 today. Check that out. I've only gone and crashed the trike. I had a little cravat on takeoff, didn't correct it in time.
caught the edge of a bush, a tree, and landed and crashed the trike a little bit. That's annoying. It's fine, we've fixed it enough. It was just a couple of bends basically, but unfortunately I didn't turn my GoPro on for you either. That would have been some entertainment. But hey ho. So no longer 500k today because Richard crashed his trike. Damn it. It's pretty much back together now, so we're going to get underway and take off properly this time. We're here feeling like local celebrities. We've had our interview yesterday with ABC News, and as soon as we finished that, the Kalgoorlie miner got in touch with us. And we just finished breakfast and heading up for another interview.
Two Englishmen are attempting to set the world record for the first unaided coast-to-coast crossing of Australia by paramotor. Richard Dolan and Andrew Twitty will fly more than 5,000 kilometres from Steep Point in Western Australia to Byron Bay in the east.
When's your projected finish date? When are you looking to get to Byron Bay by?
As soon as possible.
Yep.
We're hoping to be there about the 22nd of September.
Yeah, okay, that's not too long at all.
No, but obviously the weather's holding us back. If we had good weather, we could make it in 3 weeks.
Yeah, beautiful. Best of luck on your travels. No doubt you'll be looking to get there safely, but also pretty quickly as well. So good on you, and enjoy your time in the goldfields.
Thank you very much. Thank you very much.
So I've said it once already, definitely in the last episode, but the people here in Australia are absolutely incredibly friendly. They're just like overly generous. We are currently staying at the Coolgardie Safari Inn, and you may notice we are in a car. And that's because the people who own the place there, or run the place there, have let us borrow the car for the day. We've been in Coolgardie now for 4 days, and they said, hey, look, why don't you just borrow the car, get out, go to Kalgoorlie and see the sights around here, and hasn't charged us anything. In fact, they gave us money for a full tank of fuel in our paramotors. They've knocked some discount off for the rooms just because we're doing something incredible and inspiring, and they're more than happy to help. It's been absolutely amazing, it really has. Anything to add?
I'm just the chauffeur.
Yeah, he's just... It's launch day. Okay, so we are taking off here, heading south, not east, heading south down to Widgie-Multha, I think it's called, hopefully to Norseman, but the weather looks a bit strong. As usual, no change. We have managed to get a bit of an audience up in the distance there. No pressure. But one of those guys is called Dion, who found us on YouTube, saw we were in the area, and then entertained us in the pub yesterday, and then even brought me a coffee this morning. It's actually really nice to meet all the people, and like I keep saying, they're insanely friendly, really good.
Twitty! Alright, he's not answering, but... Well, I don't know what the got on, but at least he's up moving. Oh, okay, let's go see what the f***'s happened. You alright? Engine? You're fine though, yeah?
Oh, Jesus, man.
Well, I'll try and talk to you on radio.
I know, I came closer. Oh, what a place to do it, eh? Mate, I was talking to you on the radio. I was getting so stressed out. I didn't know whether you were hurt or not. Man, that was stressful. I couldn't see him in the air and he tried to call me, and he didn't sound panicked, but you could tell there was something wrong. And then I turn around and I see his wing laying down in the quarry. And I was like, holy crap, he's not responding, like this, that, the other. And then got closer, saw he was moving, and just got angry because I couldn't talk to him. And I was calling him all sorts of names under the sun, trying to get into contact. That was stressful, that was worrying. Turns out he's just blown a piston. He had a nice landing. Bugger. We're in the middle of absolutely nowhere. We took a little shortcut away from the road. But we've just made some friends about 10 minutes away. So, fingers crossed. The legend that is Dion is coming to collect us. Yeah, he's on his way now. So we're at the edge of a quarry. We're gonna make our way to the entrance. The annoying thing is, Twitty has been religious with his EGTs. And the one time his unit actually fails, PPG meter.
Piece of
Can't put that in the video. The one time that fails
Beep it out.
is when his engine goes pop. So he's trying to be a bit careful, and then all of a sudden nothing happened, right?
Yeah. Tinkering along, nice and steady.
Bit like your soul when you heard it happen.
Yeah, but luckily we got land out.
Well, yeah, there was a lot of spaces where we couldn't have.
over there, mate. Nothing but trees.
Yeah, it's a good job these quarries are here for our little landouts. It's a good job we met Dion. Good job that he got in touch. Our next issue is because we landed in a quarry in a mining site, and they're pretty protective here, we're locked in. So when Dion does get here, we've got to try and find a way out. Hey up, you legends. Right, we're out. Just putting the fence back together. No one was in the mine. Nothing's happening. There was no other way out. And instead of causing any damage, we just undid some bolts and made our way out, fastening it back up now. And then we've got to try and fit 2 paramotor trikes into the ute. And then what we're going to try and do, I don't think we're flying anymore today, we're going to try and rebuild it, and while the piston's out, head to Kalgoorlie. There's 2 motorbike shops there, and we're going to try and see if they've got something that'll work as a spare, because if it's gone once, maybe it'll go again, and we've still got a long way to go. Massive shout out. We got Clint and Dion. Dion's going to go look for a piston for us as well. So, cheers, boys. You're going to say hi to the camera for me, mate. Hey! This man has been abusing us for about 4 days now. Just coming up, calling us idiots, pommy idiots, saying we're gonna die. So we've stripped the engine down, found a lot of aluminium from the piston all over the place, and obviously a great big hole in the piston. We've taken the piston out. Instead of splitting the crankcases, we've flushed it out several times with brake cleaner, fuel, and then put some oil in there. What we do is we check for debris every time we empty the fuel out. So we got everything out of the engine, put it back together. Twitty then reassembled it all and running up fine. So that's all good. It's another day off of our target, and we're spending about £100 a day. I have work, paragliding work in Turkey at the end of September that I'm really looking forward to going to as well. And yet I can't stop smiling. And
One, because if I'd have blown a piston, I wouldn't have heard the end of it from Twitty for checking temps. And two, because we're really in the deep end of adventure. And that's what this whole thing is. We had to land in a quarry. We called some random people that we'd met through YouTube actually, so Dion. So we're meeting people, we're exploring places. Like we landed, it would have taken us probably a day to walk back from where we were. Thankfully there was a quarry there, otherwise we'd have been landed in trees. Yeah, it's all part of the adventure and I just keep smiling and laughing about it because it is what it is. I take it all back. I don't care about the adventure. This is nonsense. So we started the day. Twitty's engine still wasn't working right. So we've played about with that bit. Well, Twitty's played about with that bit. We went to get our spare pistons and they were the wrong size. So we had them modified, which was great. The guy there was amazing, really friendly, really helpful. But the skirt was a bit too long, so he modified them, not too bad. We come back here, Twitty starts playing with his engine, gets it running a little bit better, but it's not running right still. Not sure what's going on. And then finally get to a stage where we're happy to test fly his. I decide to go without the trike, have the world's worst launch and break my last prop. So now I'm on Twitty's prop. That's ridiculous and embarrassing. And then now, we've come to try and do a bit more fault finding. And as I've gone to move my trike, I've got a flat tire and it's got run flat in there. I don't know how it's happened. It's just the worst day. Nothing has been on our side today. I hope I find this funny later on because it's not a funny day today.
I want my Kelly. The Coolgardie curse.
That's what they keep telling us, isn't it?
Yeah, it's definitely happening. On a positive note, we have somewhere to stay, we have food, we have water. What else can we do?
We're surrounded by fantastic people, but
Everything else is We'll see what tomorrow brings.
Okay, motivation was a little low this morning. We took a while getting out of bed and getting sorted. But we've had some breakfast, we've had some coffee, and we've made a plan. So I have pumped up the tire and the run flat stuff is finally starting to do its job. So that's one problem fixed. Twitty is taking his smart carb off, putting it on my engine to see if the same thing happens where the plug turns a little bit grey. And I have repaired the props, one from each set that I had, so now I just need to balance them. Fingers crossed we'll be able to get off this afternoon, make it down to Norseman, but we'll see how we crack on. We've been here for a week now, which is a little bit upsetting, especially with everything else that's happened. All the bad things seem to have come as we're getting into Coolgardie, but the people here have been absolutely incredible. So the people here at the Coolgardie Safari Inn, they're really looking after us. Everyone's been so helpful. Dion has just been a superstar, taking us where we need to be to get parts, taking us into Kalgoorlie, letting us borrow his car, everything. Everyone's been really, really amazing. So yeah, it definitely makes up for all the bad luck or just fatigue or whatever it is that's causing these things to happen. Bit of both. But yeah, we've got a little bit more motivation. Let's see how the day progresses. With our newfound motivation, we've got a little bit of a workshop setup going on. So I've removed the wheel to blow up the tire, and that has allowed me to get a little prop balancer going as well. So I let go of this and we can clearly see one side is heavier. The guys here have given me access to their workshop, and if I put this bolt on, a balanced prop. We were doing so well. I've managed to fix the puncher.
I've repaired my prop and balanced them, got it back together, got all the trike assembled. Twitty's got his engine running pretty well. He found a...
He hasn't. It's gonna blow up.
It's not gonna blow up. Where's that negative attitude coming from? This is what happens with a negative attitude. The law of attraction. Don't play with knives.
Big knife.
Small knife, big power. Don't play with knives. We were doing so well until I decided to chop a little bit of my finger off. Oh well. Anyway, we're just getting the tank sorted on Twitty's. He saw air coming up through the line. So we're redoing some of the connections. He's already replaced the pipe. So redoing some of the connections just to make sure nothing, no more air can get in there. And then we're gonna get some lunch and hopefully we're good to go.
So by the time we finished our repairs, we missed our weather window. So we've got another couple of days here, which isn't the end of the world. As I mentioned, the people here, and I've said it too many times, but I'm just absolutely gobsmacked by the reception we've had from everyone. Dion being amazing and helping us out, taking us out everywhere. We've got Lisa, the manager at the Coolgardie Safari Inn. Now, what they do there is guided tours for prospecting, gold prospecting. So Coolgardie, Kalgoorlie, Norseman, this area is famous for the gold mining industry, and they've got this thing called the super pit that Dion took us to have a look at while we were waiting for our piston. So Lisa gave Andy and I a little souvenir as we left, which is a little flake of gold. I couldn't believe it, absolutely gobsmacked, and same as Andy, absolutely gobsmacked, over the moon. And this is what I mean by nice people. Like this is value to them. This is their business, and they let us have a free night's accommodation. That just absolutely overwhelmed with the friendliness here. I can't explain, can't get across enough how kind everyone is to our project and what we're doing. On a different note to that, mine and Twitty's language changed a little bit in the last few days, and it's the first time we've used things such as if and not when we get to Byron Bay. And there was a real sense of actually we might not achieve this, which is the first time this has happened on our trip, which isn't the mindset that we need to have to be able to complete this thing. Before, no matter what happens, we're making it there. We're gonna get there. I'm gonna end the episode here, hopefully with all of the bad luck that we've got here in Coolgardie. And then in a couple of days' time, we'll head down to Norseman at the start of our good luck venture. Please leave some good vibes in the comments. Remind us why we're doing this. Let us know if you've enjoyed the episode, if we've inspired you to take up flying or go out flying or take up an adventure. Maybe even join us on our next one. Leave those positive vibes in the comments below, and then share the video if you've enjoyed it as well, just to remind us why we're doing this, I guess. Thank you very much for watching, and I shall see you in the next episode, hopefully with better luck.